So today, I ran into a post that someone had put on their story. I don't remember who put it on their story, and I don't remember where it came from. But I want to thank the person that did it, if they ever happen to see this. It was about the fact that we are the tender of the garden, and we tend the garden to attract the butterflies. And more or less, the post was saying, let the butterflies come to you. Don't keep moving the garden to try to attract the butterflies. And there's a lot of posts like this out there in different ways. Some of it says that you should put out the energy that you want to receive. Some of them say that you'll attract the energy that you are. And still there's others that are almost the antithesis, almost as cautionary. The energy that you put out will attract those that need that energy. Now, from my own personal experiences, I find that both to be true, and you do have to protect your energy, which is why boundaries are important. I've beat boundaries into the ground, so I'm not going to touch on that yet. I'll probably talk more about it, knowing me, later on, but I'll tell you, somebody wrote a book. I don't know who wrote the book, and I'm not going to quote it, the title of it or anything, but there's a whole book about the energy that you have, putting it out there, and creating your own reality. And I would have to say that although I do have my setbacks, you've all seen my moments of depression and everything like that, that by and large it's true. And there's a separation between my depression and anxiety and the energy that I put out into the universe, because I recognize my depression as a soreness, as if, let's say, exercising, a soreness from exercising. You know that you did something because you get sore. Or let's say even you have an accident, you trip and fall and you hit your head, or I don't know, it doesn't matter. The fact is, when we go through stuff, whether it's self-made, someone else makes it, we're going to get sore, we're going to get hurt, we're going to hurt for a little bit. It takes time to get over that, especially if it's something really deep. Most of mine has come from, my recent past within the last 2 or 3 years. But that's really not where I'm trying to go either. But there is hope for those sorts of things. And there's also another post that is related to what I'm talking about, that I don't know who posted it, who reposted it, where it came from, but it's a caterpillar talking to a butterfly. And the caterpillar's like, "You've changed." Butterfly's like, "We're supposed to." So these things are very important for us to remember when there are people in our lives that try to bring us down because we have changed. Well, we have to grow. We have to move forward. There's negative growth and there's positive growth. When you negatively grow, that attracts a certain type of people. When you positively grow, that attracts a certain type of people. So when we change, yes, we've changed. And if we're breaking free from one side or the other of that growth, then to those that are with us for that journey or for that part of our journey, they're going to see it as we've changed for the worst, because we don't vibrate with the same energy that we used to, and we may not vibrate with those people anymore that were our friends. Now, the lifelong friends, those are different. They'll accept the energy change. But probably one of the hardest things that you'll ever face is letting go of people that may have been part of your whole world. But part of that positive growth is realizing that not that there's anything wrong with those people, but that the schematic that has grown between you may have grown toxic for you. Or it may have been toxic all along. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with those people. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. But oftentimes, it's just how we interact. Society says we're supposed to be one way, so we do, and we believe that we're supposed to be a certain way, and so we do that. And when we realize that we don't have to play by those rules anymore, then it changes that schematic, and those people may not be happy with us anymore. They may not be happy with who we are anymore, and it may cause a fracture between those. That's not to say that somehow, some way, that if they truly love us and they truly want to be part of our life, that they won't also, I don't want to say change, but perhaps accept who we've become so that we can be part of their life. And I know that there's a lot of people that struggle with letting go of the people that no longer reciprocate their lives. And at the same time, there's a lot of us that are in the process of growing that we don't allow ourselves to grow anymore because we hold on to those relationships that may or may not be ultimately good for us. But I'll tell you what, don't hold on. Grow into who you are. This life is too short to confine yourself to somebody's box. So change, grow, metamorphosize. And in the process of that new energy, let that new energy guide you to the people that are going to bring you that same joy and that will support you in that, so that your growth will not just be for yourself, but it will be for those around you, and you will inspire those people. There is no greater gift in the world than being who you are and inspiring those around you to be who they are, because you've done it. You can do it. And it's amazing the effect that that energy, how it affects people around you. Like the garden that I tend and the butterflies that it attracts, they're closer to who I am. Not that they're carbon copies. It's not like that. But I'll tell you what, they support me and they lift me and we grow together. And I'm sure in the future we'll grow apart too. But acceptance of that and knowing that maybe past that, down the road, in the future, you'll come back together. It's all a journey. It's all a journey. Don't have any expectations of what your journey should be, and you will be that much happier no matter what happens. And as far as the depression and stuff, we can't always stop that. But I show it to you so that you understand that I am human. I have the same flaws as anybody else. I have the same struggles as anybody else. And if I can overcome it, so can you. Because we're cut from the same cloth. We're cut from the same universe. Our DNA is only different by a fraction of a percent. If I can do it, so can you. Thanks for looking. I love everybody. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Later.